Yo, what's happening, Raider Nation? It's your boy Soto here. You know what it is. Raiders versus the world. Talking about the team that the world loves to hate, your Las Vegas Raiders. So, we got some new players on the defense, right? And I know a lot of us don't really know too much about these guys. And we're kind of bummed because the guys we lost, we were kind of attached to and everything. But after watching this press conference and getting to know these guys a little bit, getting to know their games a little bit more, I watched a little bit of film. Not all of them, but some of them. Looked at some stats. I think this is going to be pretty good. All right, but before we get to that, make sure everyone please like, comment, and subscribe. It's a great way to support this channel. It would really help this channel out a lot, and it's absolutely free to do. And we're going to have memberships coming up soon, but I want to offer you guys more than just early access to videos. I want to offer you guys more stuff. So I'm going to try to work on some things to be able to get some memberships to make it worth it for you guys. But for right now, just subscribe to the channel. It's absolutely free, and it's the absolute minimum you can do to help this channel grow besides doing absolutely nothing. All right, so let's get to it. All right, first up is Jeremy Chinn. We got Jeremy Chinn, free agent from the Commanders. He's a safety, big hitter, big guy. He's a versatile player. Now, this one kind of hurt a little bit because honestly, out of all the defenders that we had that were free agents, Trayvon Merrick was the one that was probably the most coveted. And it turns out that he made the most money. He signed for 3 years, 51 million, so that's 17 million a year. That's pretty good for a safety. So what we're looking at here is the fact that Trayvon Merrick out to the Panthers, and we need to bring someone in. Now, the good thing about you're going to see a pattern here with these signings. Jeremy Chinn is 6'3", about 210, 215, 220-ish maybe sometimes. He plays sub-package linebacker. He plays in the box a lot. He has covered the slot receiver, played a nickel, and he plays deep as a safety. So he's very versatile, and he's just a no-nonsense kind of guy. So let's take a listen to his introductory press conference with the Raiders.
How you guys doing?
Good, how are you doing?
Good, thank you.
Jeremy, I know free agency can always be a little bit dicey. How quickly did this come together? What was it about the Raiders that kind of pushed them over the top?
Yeah, it came pretty soon. I would say just hearing Coach Carroll's plan, how he saw me featured in this defense and this team, so it was very intriguing for me.
Sean Reed from The Athletic. Last year with the Commanders, you pretty much lined up everywhere, safety, linebacker, cornerback. What do you think about your game allows you to be so versatile?
I would say probably just my skill set, and I mean just being able to process a lot of different things throughout the defense. Being able to play close to the line of scrimmage, and also being able to play deep, and kind of understanding what the defense is supposed to look like in different spots.
Is that something you enjoy doing, or does it make it more challenging? How do you kind of sit on how you use to make it?
Yeah, I mean, personally I love doing it. Being able to just present a different threat from lining up in different areas. It keeps me in the defense unpredictable.
So talking to Coach Carroll's really what sold you and put you over the top. What messages that he shared really resonated with you?
I mean, I'm not going to share anything too specific, but I mean, just kind of his role, how my role, I guess, and how he saw that, playing into this defense and in this scheme. When you look at his secondary, it's just the kind of guys that he's had. You think of Cam Chancellor and the Legion of Boom, and guys like that. So, I'm just excited to be a part.
You were part of a team that went from, I think, 4 wins to the playoffs. It was a championship game. What went into that, number one? And number two, could you see something like, not necessarily all of that, but you've been a part of a turnaround, so you know that it's possible.
Yeah. I mean, if you're asking about last year, I would say, one of the big things that was done there was, I think, culturally and inside was definitely a shift. But also, I think the players really came together. There was a great level of leadership, a great brotherhood that we created, and I truly believe that can happen here as well.
Jeremy, to that, what do you see here out of the defensive line? How much does that excite you to get to play behind guys like Maxx Crosby and Christian Wilkins?
Yeah, I mean, it's super exciting. I was able to talk to Max a couple days ago, but I mean, when you watch him, I've been a fan of his game for a while now, and he shows up every snap, every down. So, I mean, that's exciting to play behind. It's only gonna make everybody else better. So, on the back end, I'm excited to match that energy.
You feel like now in your career coming here, now more than ever, do you believe that you're
That's that
ready
energy,
to be a leader more than you ever have been in your career?
Absolutely, I'm here to showcase that.
What are your conversations with Patrick Graham been like?
They haven't been too extensive so far yet, but I mean, we share the same excitement. Sure.
We always hear the word versatile with you and your game. Where did that come from? When do you think you really developed into a player that people say can kind of do it all?
I mean, I think I showcased that, as soon as I stepped into the league, that I can, play everywhere.
Damn,
All right, thanks, Jeremy.
Thank you, Jeremy.
Thanks, guys. Nice meeting you.
like it. So yeah, guys, this is something that I think can't be understated. This dude can do it all. Okay. Now, the player that Trayvon Merrick turned into this last season, Jeremy Chinn has been that. Why hasn't he been, showcased more, right? Well, I don't know that the stats are necessarily there because I really do think he's been playing more up than anything else. He's going to be a huge asset. Chinn's going to be a very big asset to this defense. And what we can't minimize that this when you have a defense and you have players that can play multiple positions and they can do multiple things, you don't give the offense a clean look because that guy can either be sprinting deep to cover the deep half, he can be blitzing, he can be covering the tight end, he can be jamming the tight end off the line of scrimmage. He can, he can do so many things. And if you have multiple people like that, you have him and you have a Isaiah Polomao type of guy there. You have these bigger guys in the secondary. They can do multiple things and they don't have a drop off really and ask them to do different things. It's a clear message and a clear plan. These guys, Jeremy Chinn specifically, are Pete Carroll guys. These guys, they can go in there, be multiple, be versatile, be physical, and make it difficult on any of the receivers or pass catchers from the opposing team. I like the signing. He's very soft-spoken, and that's fine. But you see him light up. When they talk about his versatility, you saw him light up and smile. So that's he knows what he can do. He knows what he can accomplish. He was asked about his versatility, and he said, I've shown it since I joined the league. I've showed my versatility. This is a guy that's got something to prove. He needs to get his, right? He needs to get his recognition. He needs to get his props. And I think in this defense, he's going to be looked at as a leader in the back end, like he said, and definitely a great signing for us. All right, up next is Lonnie Johnson Jr. Lonnie Johnson Jr., for the most part, the last couple seasons has been a special teams player. Special teams star. He's been really good on special teams, but you take a look at him, he's tall, he's long, he's fast, he's physical. You're thinking to yourself, man, there's a pattern here, okay? And I watched when the first time I was watching this interview or the presser, I'm getting the sense that he was sold on the fact that, look, we understand how the rest of the league views you. We know you better. We think you can still play defense and not just special teams. So take a listen to the presser and see if you catch up on that too.
Lonnie here. Questions, whatever.
Hey Lonnie, it's Chinn from the Athletic. When you came into the league as a corner, but you transitioned to safety the last couple of years.
Yeah.
What went into that move for you, and what do you think you bring to the table as a safety?
Say the last part again. One.
What went into making that transition from corner to safety for you, and what do you think you bring to the table?
Oh man, y'all could thank the Houston Texans for that. They was moving me back and forth honestly because we was having multiple head coaches around that time, and one coach would come in and be like, I want to play corner. The other coach come in and be like, I want to play safety. So me with my athletic ability was just able to go out there and just do it. Not saying I did it the best or not saying I did it the worst, but I felt like I did it good enough, you know, to make a career out of playing all positions.
Lonnie, just what's it been like? Just 7 teams at 29, and now finding a home with the Raiders at safety. Just what's this been like for you?
Man, it's been stressful. Honestly, it's been stressful if we really being honest about it. But like I said, I got some coaches here that believe in me, and they want to see what I can do and give me an opportunity to work my way back onto defense and showing what I can do defensively, whether that's at nickel, corner, safety again. So like I said, it was just stressful just bouncing around like that. And part of it was my fault because I asked for the trade out of Houston. And I think it trickled down from there. So I was thinking something was going to happen that didn't happen. And it was a learning mistake, and I'm still learning from it. But now I'm ready to go, and hopefully that I can just make this home and just finish my career here, honestly.
When you talk about the coaches that believed in you, which coaches reached out? Did you get a chance to talk to?
Oh, man, you honestly just got to talk about Marcus Robinson, man. Like, he was my safeties coach in New Orleans. He played 12 years in the league and got like 18 years of experience in the NFL coaching. So when me and him clicked in New Orleans, and I felt like he believed in me there. And when he reached out this time, it was a no-brainer that I was coming to where he was at to just get a second opportunity to show what I can do and just go out here and handle my business that I've been doing with the transition to special teams wise. Handle that business like no other. That's the easy part, is go out here and show what I can do defensively.
You played a lot of special teams last year, and that's obviously an important part of the game, no doubt about it.
Definitely.
How eager are you to say, hey, I'm still a player that can be out there on your defense?
Man, I'm super eager and I'm hungry, and I feel like my contract shows that. I'm not the highest paid guy. I'm probably one of the lowest paid on the team right now. So my contract shows that, and I'm here just to show what I can do, what I can bring to the table, and then let them make the decision when they finish. And I'm just humbled to be here in that position. And like you said, I've been playing special teams the past few years, and I'm not gonna just throw that away or be shy from that. I'm gonna continue to do that at a high level, and then when they give me my opportunity to play defense, I'm gonna capitalize this time for sure.
Talk about that opportunity, kind of playing special teams and kind of getting involved in that role. What was the biggest thing that you learned just in terms of how vital it can be to the team throughout that, and kind of what lessons did you learn through that stint that you could bring here?
Playing special teams can be an energy spark for any team. You know what I'm saying? So if I go out there the first play, get a big hit, I call it a boom hit. Like if the crowd get one of them oohs out of the crowd, if you ever heard that, I'll probably hit somebody out there. But once you do that, you can spark the energy to the defense. They come out there, get a 3 and out. Now we got momentum rolling. So that's what the key part about special teams, I would say. You never know. You could change the game, too, with a turnover and just excelling at it. So I had to learn in my career to adjust to that, because I was so used to playing in Houston on defense. And then I noticed if I wanted to stay in the league, you got to have some type of adjustment to the game. And that was special teams for me. And I'm thankful for that.
When you look at yourself and Landon and Jeremy, one thing that's for sure you guys hit.
Right.
You're not afraid to be physical. How important do you guys feel that is to bring that to this defense?
Man, cause you got guys like Maxx Crosby out there, man. You don't want to disappoint Max. Honestly, man, he gives 100% effort every single play. So if you bring in guys like me, Chinn, and other guys that have that type of motor and energy, then other players are going to feed off of that. And other players, even the offensive players are going to feed off of that. And they're going to be like, man, y'all see how them guys rolling? We got to roll like that too. And then that's just how you elevate your team, and the competition out of your team just comes out that way, and you can win games that way.
Pete Carroll's kind of known for his work with defensive backs throughout his career. How excited are you to learn from him?
Man, the call I got from Pete was amazing, man. So, he's known for working with bigger DBs too. You got Cam Chancellor, you got Richard Sherman, guys like that, the LOB back in the day. So it's like
Yep.
he's known for
We
working with
talked about
guys
that.
with my physical attributes, my physical traits, Chinn physical traits, guys like us. So we're excited to see like what can he do to develop us and help us become better players. Obviously, he's a gold jacket coach waiting, like I tell everybody, but what
Yep.
can he do to develop us and put us in the right place?
Just to add to that, when you work with a defensive coordinator like Patrick Graham, like what have you seen out of his schemes that kind of excites you to get into his system?
The fact that he gets a lot of guys that are interchangeable.
Yep.
Obviously everybody know like I came in as a corner, played a little bit of nickel last year for the Panthers, and then playing safety. Chinn, same thing. He can move around on the defense too. So I think he's excited that he got a bunch of toys that he can play with too, and he just moving everybody around. Like, all right, let's see how I can put you here. You make some plays here. Okay, Chinn, you spin and it makes the offense like wonder like what's going on back there. Like they don't know if I'm playing
Exactly.
nickel right now, or if I'm playing safety. So it's a great tool for him. I know it's a great tool, so I'm ready to see what he do.
Talk about the motivation of not wanting to let Max down. Have you gotten to talk to him at all?
Oh yeah, man. I talked to him like a couple of days before. Like once I found out the Raiders had interest in me, I talked to him. I just told him I was like, man, like me and Max always had a connection anyway because of the draft, same class and everything. But once I talked to him, he just told me, man, just like let's get to it, let's work. And I told him I'm coming there to win, nothing else. That's the
There
only
we
thing
go.
I'm coming there to do. And he was like, I can't say what he said right now, but y'all know how Max is. That's what he said. But yeah.
Played against the Raiders a couple of times in your career. What does it feel like now being a part of this historic franchise in the NFL?
I mean, I think every kid grow up wanting to be a Raider. My era was wanting to be a Bear, but like, cause I'm from that way. But you just know the feeling, the historic, like you say, the energy, the NWA always rocking Raiders
There it
gear
is.
and all type of
He
stuff like
knows.
that. So it's like
He
the
knows.
swagger, the everything about
There it
Raider
is.
is just like, I feel like that's me. I play with that
Woo.
energy. I play with that black hole energy. So it's like, all right, come
There it
on, like
is.
let me
All
show
right.
you what the Raiders really about now that
There
I'm
it is.
here. So
There we go.
Do it more.
You mentioned Marcus Robinson.
Yeah.
What specifically about his philosophy and coaching style do you think will help him
Liking
get the
that.
best out of not just you, but the rest of the defensive
I think
backs?
the fact that he played the game. He played the game so long, he see things ahead of time. He see things that I think a regular coach wouldn't see. And he's able to break that down and film for us, and show you like, hey, Lonnie, this is what I'm looking at. Prime example, he was with me, like I said, in New Orleans. My only interception in New Orleans, he called that play out before that week even started. He told me the formation. When the formation comes, you line up here, you do this, you do that, the ball gonna land in your lap. That is exactly what happened. And from that day forward, I vowed to always trust Marcus Robinson. So.
And then just to follow up, is there anything significance to the chain?
Oh man, I know it's crazy, it's Lotto, but everybody probably say like the rapper Lotto. No, it's not her. My dad, his name was Lotto growing up, and he gave me that because I found some money growing up, and he was just calling me Lucky and all that stuff. So it just stuck with me, and it's crazy that I'm in Vegas now in Lotto. So now if I hit the Lotto now, I was just playing.
Nice.
All
Nice. All right, man. Look, I like the personality, man, for sure. But a couple of things that stood out to me was he was engaging the entire time, but he really lit up when he started talking about his versatility. He really lit up when he started talking about him and Jeremy Chinn and their versatility. You could tell that he was like, oh, yeah, this is going to be fun. How he was talking about Patrick Graham having these little toys he can move around. That's what I was talking about beforehand. This is going to be good. Because look, you get these guys that are coming in here that are hungry. He signed for just a bare minimum contract, like $2 million. So he signed for a low contract, right, to come in here, and because he has something to prove. And the front office and Pete Carroll have given him an opportunity to say, look, you're not just going to come in here, and we're not going to look at you just as a special teams guy. We're going to look at you as a football player. What happens from here is up to you. What happened in Houston with him is he was a little disenfranchised with the regime changes and stuff like that, and he has to be traded. He's bounced around a few times since then. Here's the issue. in the NFL, it's tough to shake a bad rep. And when you ask to be traded, especially if you're not a star player like we're gonna call him Lotto now, like Lotto wasn't, it seems like you're just a malcontent, right? So when he started to excel at special teams, they're like, okay, well, we'll just give him make him the special teams guy, right? Look, I'm all about second chances. I'm all about offering somebody a second chance until they prove to me otherwise. Right now, Lonnie Lotto Johnson is coming in here to play. He talked about how he feels like that's how he plays. The Raider energy, the black hole energy, that's how he plays. I said it from the very beginning, when I first started making content, okay? People do not become Raiders. They are born Raiders. They have that inside of them. It just comes out when the time is right. And Lotto Johnson comes in here. He is a Raider. He's always been a Raider. It's now he just come home. He's finally just come home. And I'm here for it because you get another tall guy, 6'2-ish, maybe 6'3, a little bit right there, well over 200 pounds, big hitter, can play corner, can play safety, long arms, likes to blitz, likes to hit, be physical. He is willing to learn and he's willing to do whatever it takes to win. He said it so himself. He's coming here to win. That's it. So, man, I think it's a great signing. I'm excited to see him go out there and show what he can do. All right, Eric Stokes up to the mic right now. Eric Stokes is an interesting one for me because he always had the talent and he has the measurables too. He's 6'1", he's about 200 pounds, nice and long, hella fast. Dude runs a 4.29 40, and he plays fast too. The issue with him was the injuries. And it just didn't seem like he ever really bounced back from that. And they were, I think, asking him to do some things that maybe he wasn't as comfortable with just because Jair Alexander was on the other side of the field from him. And they were putting him in the Jair Alexander role when Jair Alexander got hurt. Look, Eric Stokes is not Jair Alexander. He's just never going to be that. But he's pretty damn good. His rookie season, he played really well. He showed a lot of good skill. The thing is he's not the island type of guy. You can't just put him on an island and just let him play. I think that he was thrust into that role with the injury of Alexander, and Jair can play that kind of, Revis Island type and be semi-successful at it. I just don't think that was Stokes' is strong point, but he does have strong points. He's, like I said, he's super fast. He's quick. He's a bump and run type of guy, man. He can do it. He's physical. He's long, and I'm interested to hear what he has to say in his press conference about what he's looking to do here with the Raiders. Don't we have the coolest freaking logo?
Yeah, sure. Nothing changed.
I think I'm ready now.
Oh, yeah, no personality on him. There we go.
I feel different behind the podium for once.
Eric, it's Chinn from The Athletic. Obviously, you've been with the Packers so far throughout your career. What was it like hitting free agency for the first time, and what led you to the Raiders?
It was different hitting free agent for the first time. It felt like college all over again, where you get to pick where you pretty much want to go, like who interested and all that stuff. But when I found Raiders wanted me, it was very interesting because I got my dog here, Chris Smith, and he's been in my ear since then. Once I told him the Raiders were interested, so he's been in my ear. And then once I got on the phone with Pete Carroll and all that stuff, it was just pretty much it was a new. I was like, yeah, this is a spot for me.
What was it about the Raiders that ultimately made you make that decision and the defense that you're going to be coming into?
Pretty much the things that the defense that he want to run, to where he wants some guys to be able to play press man to man, and I feel like that's my strongest thing that I can do, play press man to man with my speed, with my length, and all that stuff, and the way that he want to use me, because taking the bat from the old corners that he used to have, Richard Sherman, Maxwell, and all that stuff, the people who he brought up and all that stuff, I was like, yeah, this is the type of person that I want to be in with.
Eric, you've gone through your share of injuries. Like, how hungry are you to get back out there and improve yourself?
Man, I'm very hungry. I'm very just ready to put all that stuff behind me and all that stuff to show people like, man, that injury is far behind me and all that stuff. So I can go ahead and get it out the way. All that stuff. That's one of the roadblocks that I absolutely hate that happened to me. But then again, you know, it made me the better person that I am today.
All three of you guys so far have mentioned getting on the phone with Pete was kind of a big selling point. What is it about the way he sells the vision that really gets guys to buy in right away?
Just that energy that he brings. So like you can just talking through him through the phone, all that stuff. Like you can just feel his energy, feel like everything that he want, and he believe in everything and all that stuff. So like when I finally got to meet him today, it was just perfect because it was pretty much the exact same thing. To where like everything that he mean, everything that he act and all that stuff, pretty much the things that I done heard about him is absolutely pretty much true as of right now.
Eric, how familiar are you already with the cornerback room? Ja'Cory Bennett, like yourself, very fast corner, and then Jack Jones as well on the other side. And how do you guys think you'll complement each other?
I feel like we'll complement each other real good. Like I know for a fact, like I don't watch film with them before, just like cross path and all that stuff from watching other teams on this stuff. But I know all them guys, great ball skills, great guys that's ready to compete, that's hungry and all that stuff. So I feel like it's only gonna make the room even better because we all come in here and we want the same thing.
Eric, for Raiders fans that may not know much about you as a person or player, what do you want them to know about the person that's coming to this organization?
A person that's finna give it a all. Like I mean, at the end of the day, I'm a laugh, I'm a
We almost
smile.
cussed.
Anytime you see me, I'm always happy. I'm always gonna show respect to everybody, all that stuff. But in between them lines, I'm hungry. I'm a competitor. I don't want.
You said
I hate
hungry,
to
though.
lose. Pretty much all that stuff. So at the end of the day, you gonna get a dog, pretty much fighting.
You were just talking about how Pete likes to use his cornerbacks and his, secondary. Would you say that physicality is going to be the main theme of what you want to see from the secondary?
For sure. Leave like pretty much. You gotta leave a brand out there. Like every play is a brand opportunity. So that's one thing that I
There you
really
go. I like
remember
that.
growing up and all that stuff. So like every opportunity, you gotta leave a brand so that other people can go ahead and know what's up with you.
It is.
Your rookie year, you pretty much played every game, and then had some injuries in between. But last year, you played all 17 games, and ended the season, starting a few games as well. What went into bouncing back from those injuries, and what kind of season do you think you had last year?
I had a good season last year. I'm happy that I was able to play 17 games to go ahead and get that knocked off of me to where like people were like, oh man, can play 17 games? Is he truly healthy and all that stuff? Like that. So being able to play 17 games, I was just happy for that. It was a blessing for that. But then after that, everything else was good to where I just can't wait to come out here and just show everybody what I really got to offer.
Hell yeah.
A couple of the other guys who spoke before you were talking about the Maxx Crosby energy, trying to match it, and that he's already reached out to them, spoke to them about the energy of the defense. Did you have the opportunity to interact with Maxx yet?
Yeah, Max was one of the first persons. So when he seen that I signed, he was the first person to DM me, got my number and all that stuff, and we was already pretty much in contact already. So I already heard a lot of good things about Max and all that stuff. Of course, being in Green Bay, I've been around Keyshawn, been around Josh, been around Dallin, all this stuff. So I've been around a couple of Raiders that always talk highly about Max. So now actually being around him, seeing how he act and all this stuff, so I can't actually wait to see how he work because that's the only thing to where I heard that he's unbelievable a workaholic. So I just can't wait to match the energy.
That's the end. There we go.
3 playoff teams to a division with 3 playoff teams this past season. How excited are you to compete in the AFC West?
Oh, good. This is what you want. Like again, you got some unbelievable quarterbacks in this division as well. You got Pat, you got Justin, and you got I'm trying to think, Bowden. And so you got some real good quarterbacks and all that stuff. So it's going to be a good, interesting season that I really can't wait to see.
Came in a little after you, but another dog on the team, Brock Bowers. How has it been kind of watching from afar, and how excited are you to kind of go up against him, when you get the opportunity?
I ain't gonna lie, I can't wait to go against him. That's because from what I heard from UGA, like literally, I missed him by a year. When I was coming into the league, he was coming into UGA, and the things that I heard the beginning doing training camp and all that stuff, that Brock was really like that, and then seeing him over these last 3 years at UGA, and then coming into the league and showing everybody, like that's one person I'm like, yeah, I can't wait to see some of the things that you actually do, like, cause like I ain't never seen it live, so now I finally get to be on the sideline. I actually get to see everything else and all that stuff, so I really can't wait to see this.
Eric, you mentioned the 3 other quarterbacks, but there's another quarterback here now, a new quarterback here in Geno Smith. I don't know if your paths have crossed or if you've played against him, but if so, what are your impressions of Geno?
Geno's a great quarterback. I played Geno for the first time this past season when he was in Seattle. Geno's a great quarterback. I was mad that he actually got hurt versus us because again, like we always like I want to play again the best of the best. So like I was mad that he got hurt, all that stuff. But Geno is a great quarterback, and I really can't wait to see how he moves, see how he throws, see how he operate throughout on the daily and all that stuff. So I really just can't wait to see.
A guy you did overlap with at UGA, and you already mentioned, was Chris Smith. Were you guys tight back then and kept in touch, or is this more about now when you came out here getting back in?
Man, heck, that's my brother. Like literally since his freshman year all the way into now. Like we in the same group chat. We talk on a daily. We got Snapchat. We got a Snapchat group chat. We
He
got
got
an Instagram
personality on
group
him.
chat. We got any little social media group chat. Me, Soldier, and all of our little friends is in there. So. That's my dog. So he's just been on me. So the moment that I told him that the Raiders was interested in me, he's been on my trail, hit me up and all that stuff, trying to get it done and all that stuff. So when he finally found out it was done, I literally just seen him like right before we walked out here. I ain't seen him since I've been here, all that stuff. So happy for him. He happy for me. I can't wait to get to work.
Was the city of Las Vegas a factor when it came into free agency, something different than Green Bay?
I ain't gonna lie, yeah. I ain't even finna sugarcoat it to you. Yeah, Green Bay is different. I love Green Bay. I absolutely love Green Bay. But after about 10 o'clock, there's nothing else to eat in Green Bay. So
Shut
I'm
everything
really
down.
excited for like the food options here that I can really show my big back activities.
There it is.
Yeah, so I
The
just
big
can't
back.
wait.
Thank you.
Like it. Yo, man, look, these guys are hungry, man. These guys all got something to prove. I like these signings. All these signings that the Raiders have done this offseason, especially in the secondary. These guys, especially Eric Stokes right now. You look at him, he's telling you straight up, yo, I got the ability, I can play, I'm healthy, I showed I can be healthy, and I'm a dog. I'm ready to go. I want to go up against Brock Bowers. I want to see what he's got. I'm hitting up Max. We got to work. It seems genuine. It seems like these guys are excited. They're ready to work. They've been pumped up. And I think that they've been given a pretty clear view of what this defense wants to look like. And, we talked a little about it earlier, but yeah, man, Eric Stokes just said it right now. He's like, yo, man, bump and run, press coverage. That's what we want to do. We want to get up in their face. We want to let them know that we're here. And he talks about those brand plays. He wants to leave a brand every play. He wants to let people know, hey, this is how I play. This is who I am. And you got to love that, man. You got to love that fire, that determination that these guys have. And especially Eric Stokes was talking about it right now, is leaving that brand on every single play. He lit up when he was talking about going out there and playing with his brother, with Chris Smith. He lit up when he said he was talking about, talking to Maxx Crosby. He lit up when he talked about going out and showing what he can do and leaving all the injury concerns behind him. All this stuff is all positive stuff, man. It's all good stuff. And it really starts from the coaching staff and the leaders on the team, really bringing these guys in and showing them that this is what's going to happen. This is what we're shooting for, and this is what we expect. So those are going to be really strong things moving forward to follow as far as the hard work and the dedication that needs to happen for this team to turn around. All right, the veteran of the veterans, Landon Roberts, is up next at middle linebacker. He took a similar path as Robert Spillane, but a couple twists and turns around. He won a couple of rings with the Patriots. He physical, man. All these guys that we're signing this offseason, physical, smart, physical with traits. As far as the traits go, I would say maybe Landon Roberts is probably on the lower end of the traits here. He's not super fast. He's not super big. He's about 6'1", 235, 240. But he's a thumper, man. He knows how to play. He's smart. He's a good leader. He gets himself in good positions. And he knows what he's doing out there, man. You don't win 2 rings with the Patriots. You don't win 2 rings with anybody and not know what you're doing. So let's take a look let's take a listen to Landon Roberts' presser and get some more information on him.
Landon, I'm not sure if you're on social media, but almost from the moment that this was announced that you were coming to the Raiders, Raider fans were just, there are all these videos being posted about you just knocking people down, being physical. Are you cognizant on the field of what that physicality can mean to your team, to the stadium, and everything else in terms of momentum and how it fires people up?
Yeah, most definitely. I think it just sends a message, of how and what style of ball we want to play.
Yep.
And whatnot. But at the same time, I think being physical and being that type of player, you have to take into account that teams know that. So, when you're a downhill guy, you might deal with a lot of play action, a lot of bootlegs. They try to, kind of slow you down by doing draw plays and stuff like that. So you just got to be cognizant of that also in your game. Trust me, I love my superpowers, but just like anybody, your superpowers can get you in trouble if you don't understand when to use them and when not to use them. And, man, I'm going on year 10. So I've been blessed to be able to experience the positive and the negative with it and whatnot. But, one thing about me, I'm going to set that tone. So,
There it is.
we're going to have some fun out here at Raider Nation.
Nice.
Just what attracted you here? What attracted you to Las Vegas? And what conversation did you have with Pete Carroll in terms of his vision for your role here?
Well, to answer your first question, this the Raiders.
Hell
So it
yeah.
wouldn't attract anyone to the Raiders. Just the foundation that was set, with this organization way back, even before my time, and whatnot. But also, I'm a guy that I like to earn everything.
There it is.
So what, me and Coach talked about, we'll just keep that between me and Coach. I'd rather go out there and earn it. And the first side of that is earning it from a standpoint of getting in the building, earning my coach's trust, earning my teammates' trust, earning the organization trust. And then from that point, what I do in the building and being able to, bring that product to Sundays, I'll eventually earn, the city of Vegas and the Raider Nation trust.
There it is.
And hopefully I get you guys trust so y'all don't beat me up too much.
Landon, Robert Spillane a couple years ago made the same jump, same position, Steelers to Raiders, and had his best years here. Is there something about the Steelers culture that just probably translates well to being a Raider, and what goes into that?
I don't know, man. I just think it's a coincidence. I started off in New England. That's where Robert is now. So, maybe me and Rob need to talk a little bit, man, and just get acquainted with each other and whatnot. But, man, one thing about Spillane, he's a great inside linebacker in his league, man. It was a reason why, he was able to do the things he was able to do here. And it's a reason why he was able to, obviously do what he do in free agency. I wish him nothing but the best and whatnot. So.
I know you overlap with
Classic.
Rob Leonard down in Miami when you were there. I know he's
With who?
Rob Leonard, defensive line coach.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Robert Leonard.
Yeah, I know he wasn't your position coach, but did that familiarity help just having some continuity on that side of the ball?
Yeah, most definitely. Me and Robbie is real close. Me and PG, he never been my actual coach, but it's like right when I got to New England, he left. Right when I got to Miami, he left. Me and Brian Flores is real close, not just as a coach player, but as we have a big, brother, little brother relationship. I really look up to him. So, him and Pat Brown relationship and how he feels about PG, it felt like I always knew PG, and stuff like that. I have familiar faces from the side of, one of the assistant linebacker coach, Ty. He was with me in Miami also. KJ, he was the D-line. He's assistant D-line coach. He was with me in Miami and whatnot. So it's definitely some familiar faces and stuff like that brings some, when you go into a new spot, you don't know nobody, so you're really not really that comfortable, so you got to get to know everybody. So, knowing some people in the building, brings a certain of, just calmness, but at the same time, my job is to get with everybody in the building, learn their name, learn their faces, get to know all my teammates, because at the end of the day, You know, it's like when you're in a marriage, you know, you it's two people trusting each other. But
There it is.
offense, defense, and special team it's a whole different 11 on that field at one time trusting each other. So I got to be able to get the trust of my teammates, and that starts when obviously OTA start. You know, I'm today
That's leader
hit up
talk right
all
there.
the inside backers and a few other people on the defense. You know, just to introduce myself and just uh, open my lineup right away and not waiting until OTAs and stuff like that, because that's what it takes to get the goal that we want to get accomplished.
You've played for two coaches that are probably headed to the Hall of Fame already, and Mike Tomlin and Bill Belichick. Now you're coming to Pete Carroll, and that kind of speaks for itself as well.
Wow.
What do you anticipate with Pete, and especially with your history of some pretty prestigious head coaches?
When you say, it's kind of a broad question.
With him, and what you're anticipating from him, what your impressions are of him already coming into the situation.
I think, man, one thing about Pete, man, I think he has a big personality, not just as a football coach, but as a person. And it was exciting meeting him. It was exciting talking to him when I was able to talk to him Wednesday, but just meeting him, feeling his energy, you know what I'm saying, feeling his personality. You know that it's genuine, you know, and it's nothing. You're never going to hear anything negative about Pete Carroll, you know, and stuff like that. Me and him has to obviously, you know, we just met each other. So we're going to grow our relationship and we're going to become, you know, I want to become one of his go-to guys and stuff like that, side-by-side guys. But that comes with being accountable. That comes with holding myself accountable on and off the field. When I say accountable, I'm talking about myself. That comes with holding myself accountable on and off the field at a certain standard. That comes with making sure, like I said, that I'm at the standard that we need to be and above and stuff like that. So, yeah, I feel like it's going to be a great relationship and stuff like that. But like I said, just meeting him for the first day, man, you can tell just through his energy, through how he talks, through how he walks in the building and everyone just stop in their energy and their aura when they speak to him, that he's a great leader.
And you spoke about Patrick Graham a lot there, but what about his scheme excites you as a linebacker to get into work with him?
Yeah, it's some familiar with the scheme because obviously, you know, some places that PG it was the same scheme and stuff. I'm pretty sure that it might change up a little bit. Schemes defensively change up all around the league, even with defense coordinators. Obviously, Pat Graham been here. I'm pretty sure he's been changed up and his scheme since he's been here because offense is changing and stuff like that. So, but I think his base standard of how he do things and whatnot, I think that, you know, just in my early years of being in the Brian Flores systems and stuff like that and whatnot, I think the familiarity is very similar but different in their own way.
You played the Raiders a few times when you were in Miami and last year with the Steelers. Who are some players on this team now that you can look at that you're really excited to play with and that are really going to maximize on the roster?
It's kind of crazy you asked that question because I was talking to someone before I walked in here, and I was like, man, I didn't play against the Raiders in the stadium the last 4 years in a row. I played 2 years in Miami here, and I played 2 years with the Steelers here and stuff like that. And, you know, a lot of people that the Raiders have that was so good that I played with before. I played with Christian Wilkins. I played with Adam Butler. I played with Jacoby Myers in New England and stuff like that. So it's just exciting to be a part of the organization. To be honest with you, it's exciting to get be able to get around all these guys and work with them. Because one thing I do know is I can get up here and be like, man, it's gonna be very exciting to work with Maxx. Like that's a shoe in. But what about the guy that may the role player that may be just making the play that we need to win the game? You know what I'm saying? Maybe a guy that we're not that you guys don't depend on, that you guys might not, you know what I'm saying, highlight, but that we know what they do day in and day out, that now they get the opportunity to show who they are as not just their name, but who they are for the Raiders. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I'd be excited about. I love when people have stories like that and whatnot. So that's why I'd be excited to just not work with the big names, but everyone in the building, because everyone has a role, and it takes all them roles to win a championship.
You and your family have always been pretty big in the community in Pittsburgh. how excited are you to kind of bring that element to here to Las Vegas then?
Oh man, I think the stuff you do outside of football is very important. Obviously, my wife is here with me today. You know, when we have a chance, we're gonna definitely get involved in that aspect because, you know, as a football player, you know, our platforms, we looked at in a certain way, you know, and we're very blessed. But at the same time, you know, we're all servants of each other. So
Nice.
as much as I can get out there and serve others, that's, you know what I'm saying, that's near and dear to my heart. So that would definitely be definitely something that we'll get to in a timely fashion.
Leader right there.
You look at the roster, it's pretty much young players in that linebacker room right now, 1 year, 2 year guys. How important is it for you not only delivering on the field on game day, but being a mentor to guys like that on non-game days?
It's very important. It's very important. That's why I say today, I'll be making sure I create a group message with them guys, introducing myself and stuff like that, because it's very important. You know, they're young. It's not, you know, it doesn't mean because you're young that you can't do great things for organization. I'm just talking about from a standpoint of showing them like, hey man, look, just because I'm in year 10, I don't have all the answers. We're gonna do this together. We're gonna take it one day at a time, and we're gonna put a product out there that, you know what I'm saying, not just the organization, but the city of Las Vegas can respect.
You mentioned coming to year 10. What do you think it is about your process, whether it's the off season or during the game week, that has allowed you to play this well for this long?
Not taking it for granted. Not taking your opponents for granted. Not taking what you do for granted. Not taking your teammates, your coaches, the relationships, even the relationships you did build with the media for granted, because it all reflects on you and stuff like that. And one thing about myself, my dad's a military guy, so I'm very structured. I'm very to the point. You know, up here right now, y'all might be like, you know, he don't look like a fun guy. You know, I don't know. He might just want to talk football all day, but it's not that. It's a standpoint. It's a time and a place for everything. If we don't keep the main thing, y'all gonna tear me up. It's just a part of it. But it's not that I'm pinpointing you guys or just throwing it out there. I'm just throwing you guys have a job to do, obviously, and y'all want to see the organization have a good product out there each Sunday. You know, so it's my job to make sure that I hold myself to that standard to be able to do that. And
Nice.
that's why I don't cheat the process. You know, I haven't missed an OTA not one of my years of being a pro. And I obviously knew the defenses. I haven't missed a training camp. I do right by my body. I make sure that I'm always the first one in the building, because that standard that's kept, I have to show, because I am in year
It'll be a
10,
race.
so I have to lead by example. Even if you know, we all wake up in the morning and be like, man, I'm tired. But it is what it is. You know, once I hit them doors, you're going to think I got the best energy in the building, because at the end of the day, it's about winning. And as long as we can bring that mentality and make that mentality throughout the whole organization, then, hey, you know what I'm saying, we heading in the right direction.
You found a little bit of a funny irony in the fact that your one career pick six did come against the Las Vegas Raiders.
Yeah, that's crazy, huh? Damn. I need to add some more in this stadium, but against the different people, you know what I'm saying? So I think I'm off to a good start, man. I'm already scoring touchdowns in the stadium, man. You know, so
He do another
that
one.
was crazy, though. How long was it?
85 yards.
Yeah, so I can take it the distance. I'm telling you, I can take it the
85
distance,
yard
you know?
pick six.
Real quick, curious on your thoughts on Geno Smith, new quarterback here with the Raiders. I'm not sure if your paths have crossed at all, but if so, what are your impressions?
I'm very excited about Geno. I'm very excited about it. I don't know him from a personal standpoint, but I know him from a preparing for him and whatnot. And trust me, preparing for him was not easy. You know, we was really dialed in, because we know not just the player, but the leadership he brings to our offense and stuff like that. And like I said, I don't know him from a personal standpoint, but I'm very excited to work with him as a teammate. I'm very excited to have him as our quarterback. And like I said, just like everyone on the team, I look forward to getting to work with him.
Awesome, thanks guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
No problem.
Nice. All right, man. Look, this guy's got. All right, man. Landon Roberts has leader written all. It's dripping off of him. He talked about the one thing that really got me about this interview, this presser, was not focusing on just the star players. Yeah, it's a given. I want to play with Maxx Crosby, right? It's like it's pumping up the other guys. It's pumping up the other guys that maybe the fans or the media or whoever don't see that them doing their job allows a Max to do his job, allows Landon Roberts to do his thing, allows another player to flourish because that other maybe unsung player is doing exactly what they need to do in order to allow other players to succeed. And that attention to detail is crucial for success because it's not about who's making the play, it's about getting your job done that allows the play being called to be executed. It's huge. And it's not all about doing it, it's about how it's done, it's about how it's presented, it's about how it's followed. And the following is this: I'm going to hype everybody up for doing their job, not just the guy that got the sack. I'm going to hype everybody up here for doing what they needed to do in order for that sack to happen, in order for that good play to happen. And that's leadership right there. They're getting the Raiders, we're getting a leader in Landon Roberts to the highest level. And I can see why he had nothing but glaring reviews from all the coaches that he's played under. The Brian Flores connection is really interesting because, yes, PG and Brian Flores have a similar system that they run defensively. Not the same thing, but similar. And it's a thing that it's going to be a nice, smooth transition, I feel, because not only is Pete Carroll big on the secondary, he has some good linebackers too. And his second and third levels have always been big hitters, punishers, and guys that know what to do in every situation. So having a leader like Landon Roberts on the team is definitely going to do big things for this defense. I feel he's going to go in there. He's going to be the leader. He's going to be the teacher to the younger guys, but he's also going to show them how it's done himself. All right, guys, that's my time for today. I hope you enjoyed it, man. I don't know if you guys watched this presser before, or if you have, maybe I laid a little bit more insight in there for you. I really appreciate this, man. I'm really pumped up about all these signings now. I see how it all fits together. You have three if you count Isaiah Polamau, but you have three guys now who are in the safety / corner position who can be interchangeable in and out, side to side, covering the slot, in the box, out deep. And then you have a guy like Eric Stokes who's coming in here with a lot to prove with really high measurables. That's the thing that you're looking at here, guys. Every one of these guys is exceptional at something. They come in here and they're all about the hard work. They're all about being excited about what they're being told about the defense and what they want to run. They're also being excited about talking about their versatility and the way they're going to be a great teammate and a hard worker. This is all good stuff to hear because it starts from the top. If you get it from the top, everyone has to fall into place. And I think this is going to be something that we're going to see from day one from this team. And whoever's not going to be match the energy of the rest of the team and working hard and getting your body right and getting in the playbook and just being good with your teammates and just being a good teammate altogether, they're going to stick out like a sore thumb and they're going to get clipped. So it's a great thing to have this already. I can see that these guys are kind of starting to gel a little bit and making plans to gel with everybody on the team and everybody in the organization, everyone in the building. Even Landon Roberts said, I need to know everybody's name that works in the building, which is a great thing. I love the leadership. I love that it looks like it's something that's going to be carried on for quite some time. And it starts at the very top with Pete Carroll, and I'm really excited about this. Guys, that's my time for tonight. Let me know what you think about the video. Let me know what you think about these four signings, the defensive guys. I'm really pumped up about them. I know they have good measurables, but now we see that they have good heads on their shoulders too, and they're willing to work and good hearts in their chest. So we're ready to make this happen. All right, guys. Please, everybody, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Subscribing to this channel, like and commenting. It really helps the channel out. I really would appreciate it, guys. It's free to do right now, and it's absolutely the bare minimum you can do to help this channel grow other than doing absolutely nothing. All right, guys, I appreciate you. Until next time, everybody, peace.